But me, not growing my own one, you want to that have a noble tea. Say, I said, Jamaica, one thing I had, I child. All the work that they said they wanted to do to see it, I
This is going to increase up the code.
Yes. Where do you put what you want?
So what's that for?
It's because she put this there.
I need a charger for this laptop. For this small laptop.
Where's the plastic bag that is There's no I sorted, it's I saw. Get the small laptop charger from
Daddy, there's a smiley face.
Plug it on for me. Over there.
Why are you both wearing that? Why are you just what?
Just give me a break.
Daddy, you know, so I was supposed to put it in the bag this morning, and then I realized that, oh, does she mean that bag? And then I said, oh, I'll put it in later. And then I was like, oh, and then now I remember that I forgot to do it. Anyway.
Close that door for me.
I'll put it in later. And then I was like, oh, and then now I remember that I forgot to do it.
Just close the door for me. Close that door for me.
I'll put it in later. And then I was like, oh, and then now I remember that I forgot to do it.
Just close the door for me.
We'll get someone to get a jumper on you or something. What are you looking for, Mr. Balogun? Babes, your charger is the only thing that's charging my tablet. Those are like one. Huh? It's very trickish as far as you're concerned. Okay. Pick this up for me. Shut down. Just go. audio. Babe.
Yeah,
Huh? Sorry? Would I be crazy if I just do a 1 week of ironing?
you are saying your hormone is here. Yeah.
It's
What happened to her?
she's the one who's on
Who is on there?
this.
Yeah, she's there. Every other person to be there. Right. Let's see. Oh. I had a typographical error, and I think right. Let's look at what is coming up. The new week. Look into structures. What we have coming up, developing the kind of waves where or power charts that we are in. This is the low. This is the beginning. So, go to one to two, two to three. Let's see, correction. Let's correction. Hello. Hey. Now that you are there and I can see that you are there, basically this is just a chart of the dollar index, and this is a basket of all dollar currencies. And for squeezing this chart, this kind of looking at this on a longer term view. So this correction right here, we are still expecting the dollar to kind of advance. Possibility for a stronger dollar going into the future.
So I must take off my sock and see, and I hurt my leg.
Sorry. So let's go. Let's try.
The TV, mommy.
Huh?
I want something on the TV.
Yeah.
Having said that, anticipating the break of this particular area. It's a EG support turning into resistance currently. If the dollar becomes strong, into this new month, these are the kind of things that we're going to be seeing. A particular structure that creates the higher high. The highest side that we've seen is right here. So we've done our best to go past that. Just there for the dollar, we're holding up high above it, which is positive for the dollar going into this new month. Okay, so the last 4 months, 1, 2, 3, 4. The highs and lows of where price is going to currently, that where we can encounter some drawdown is 95.53. When we're looking at, okay, right, good. Those two areas are significant for the dollar. Going forward overall, we are looking for, we are looking into a bullish dollar.
Point it at the box. Close the door.
Okay. Where's the box?
It's in the corner.
In the corner right there.
Yeah.
So we are currently close to above 3 months high. We've moved well above all this area. We're literally moving positive into the new month. But the only thing that we cannot ignore right here is this indecision. Okay, so we won't be positive until we close properly above this area. Because when you have indecision on monthly, it can, and if that occurs when we have a trend in place like this, and that indecision can basically means we can be seeing a change in the whole mover. Okay, until we close above it, we won't feel confidently positive. So let's look into the weekly and see what happened the last week. So let's look at where we are. We know where we're going for the next few months. On this particular weekly chart, if we look at the waves that is forming, so what we have here is interesting as well. 1 to 2, 1 to 2, and we need 2 to 3 on any waves. 3 to 4.
Mommy, is this smaller?
4 to 5.
Oh, I don't have my one. So I don't have my one to wear. No, you guys have no sleep. very cold today.
We're moving on. So we got a failure. Okay. And right now is we're looking for the opportunity to see probably we can see a move down. I'll shift the momentum down a little bit before we actually see the move higher. Or if we don't see the move higher, we literally we're into buy. Dollar just all the way above there. Alright, so what is important right now is to see how the ranges are going to be played in the next coming week. These are the kind of areas where we're going to be looking for price to behave. Right. So going forward, for you on your tablet watching.
I was.
What are you doing now?
Watching me. No, I was gonna watch something. Huh? Surprise, please. Mommy, I haven't watched Paw Patrol yet.
Go and watch whatever you want to watch. You're disturbing my audience. The best that all of you can do is to disturb my audience. So we have that this balance zone from daily. Where we are expecting price to continue to move up. Let's see what kind of way we're playing around with here on daily. Two, three. One, two, two. Kind of picture that this is building is quite interesting. Which is that particular 1, 2, 2, 2, 3. We have a price relationship. Simply on this and see. When you see a thing like this, look at what we have. We're gonna have this kind of reaction first, more or less like what we have in here before we actually see that breakout. Okay, so still anticipating a breakout. We're gonna be monitoring price closely for when the lab breaks above here.
Suxor. So I take off my Suxor.
Yes.
Yay, Mommy said I can take off my Suxor.
All right. Right. Thank you for joining in. If you're joining, if you just right. If you just joining in, thank you for joining in. You can signify who's here by saying hello, I, so that I can know, and so that I can know the level of our experience, and then treat us accordingly. So if you just signify by saying I, I'll be able to know who is who, and don't hesitate to ask any question whatsoever in case you have any question that you want to ask. Hope you can hear me clearly. So the green display. It's in all this look here. We have a warning ahead in the market coming into the new week. Especially people are going to be looking at this trend up and be looking for a way to reverse it. So if you signify to let me know that you are in, so let me know if you can hear me clearly by typing 111. This is dollar index going forward. 2 to 3, looking for that 3 to 4 and 4 to 5. So where can 4 to 5 be? Let me see projection quickly. Also, I've got a huge good potential going forward in carrying on this. Hi, Mr. Okay. Thank you for joining in. All right, so basically, what I'm going to be doing today, I know you've got a very good experience of the way that I look at charts, but today I'm looking a little bit deeper into technical analysis for us to be able to know where we are going. So basically, this is the dollar index chart. Mrs. Ebon, I know definitely that's you. And we're gonna look into some copy and paste today as well. I hope so. But majorly what I wanted to do is look in depth into technical analysis. Right. So the new week that we are going into is the week of the 5th. And the first thing that we do is check what's on the calendar. Okay. So we're gonna look at the Forex factory calendar to see what is coming. Then we'll be able to know what kind of currencies the new week is gonna be having interest in. So on Monday, everything is yellow, which is not bad. It shows us we're gonna have a slow start to the week. Okay, nothing is happening overnight. The Australian bank is even on holiday. So obviously the bank is on holiday. Come Monday, everybody will still be in holiday move, or else if something surprising happens over the midnight. So again, on Tuesday, we have the Australian rate statement. That's the more or less like the Central Bank of Australia, RBA, and it's called Reserve Bank of Australia. They have their rate statement coming up. So we can be looking for opportunity in the Aussie. I'll literally just do this. Aussie, I'll note it down. Okay. Traditionally, the next thing is New Zealand, Australia, and Aussie. Inflation expectation 4 a.m. on Wednesday. That'll be a good news trading opportunity to look into because it's a single data. I like those ones. Those ones you can literally straddle and earn significant amount of pips straddling them. So we have New Zealand again and US dollar crude inventory. All right, so for people trading crude oil, US dollar crude inventory will be important. Right, so we have the Thursday dollar again, PPI, user price index. The expectation is at 0.2%, which is negative compared to the previous. Don't know what's going to come out. So US dollar is of interest too going into the new week, and obviously we want to look into RBA, and on Friday is when we have big data for pound and card. Okay, so on Friday pound will be very interesting, card will be very interesting, Canadian dollar will be very interesting on Friday. All right, and then Sunday next week is going to be retail sales. That's not good news to trade. So we have two good news coming out of the New Zealand that we can just basically straddle. It's a trading technique where you can just put in your orders before the market, before the news comes out, and you can get a good move in your direction, in whichever direction that the price tends to go. We talk about strategy opportunity also. So basically, for all the newbies or every one of us that's just looking into charts, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be coming up with some important directional buyers that I'll be looking into going into next week. I've literally charted the dollar index earlier, just before you come in, and but what I'm saying, I can quickly show you what we are going to be looking at. So basically what this means is I like to do top-down analysis to see what we are looking into going into the new month. I don't know, probably yeah, I know this is gonna happen. But yeah, it's not a problem. I'll see what to do. Okay, so let me hide this for now so that you can see the chart as a whole. All right, so I'm gonna go to monthly and I'll tell you what I've seen going forward. So this is the US dollar basket of all currency, the dollar index, yeah, and this dollar index is what shows us what dollar will be doing, as it's a major reserve currency. It's quite essential for us to know what dollar is going to be doing coming into the new week, yeah, because it's going to hold quite a lot of directional move. The first thing we do again is we can quickly look into Bloomberg and see what is developing, yeah, as news. So UK's Fox says no Brexit, no deal outcome is more likely than not. Okay, so we know what that is like for the United Kingdom. Pound bulls look to UK data enough to revive fortunes. So basically, quite a lot of things is going on the pound side, and we can see. And we look into that as well, and we look into how the new week is gonna likely behave. All right. So the way that I try to look into the market is I look into the market dynamically. I don't want to say that I have a fixed directional bias until the market actually opens and start its movement. And what we'll be looking in is the way price is reacting around each and every price area. We can possibly forecast and look into what can possibly happen, right? And that will make us make informed decision or be on the right side of the trend, okay? At the same time, we need to be watching each day as each day is developing, but the high probability trade areas too will be explained. Cannes misunderstood, BOE rate hike inflames UK Brexit divides. Governor of Bank of England, Mike Carney, misunderstood Bank of England rate hike. It flames UK Brexit divide. There's a lot going on with the pound. So the next thing is, let me quickly look into currencies, because that's what matters us. Then I look into another new website. I look into reels as well. I just want to build an idea of that there's anything serious potentially coming up, so that we can brace ourselves up for it. So Monday morning open level indicative 6 August 2018. Good morning, good afternoon. Right, so as is usual for a Monday morning market liquidity, very thin. Liquidity centers come online. Until then, prices are liable to swing around on not too much at all. So take care out there. So the overnight trade can be very, very slow. So we might decide to just get some sleep rather than watching the chart. Catalyst for this week's trading. Yeah, sure. So wait, let's see. Some highlights of the week. Other events on tap this week: China trade balance, RBA decision, as we've said, from Reserve Bank of New Zealand rate decision, as we have said, UK GDP, as we've said, Canadian employment, and the US CPI. All right. So the UK GDP is expected to rise 0.2% versus 0.3%. Like preliminary quarter-on-quarter GDP is expected to rise by 0.4% year-on-year is expected. Well, until then, just the same thing that we've looked into is what my other analysts that I checked out are saying. Okay, so everybody's on the same page. There's nothing shocking that has revealed itself for now. So we can do a little bit of chart work and know where the prices are going into the new month. So basically, this is the dollar index. Like I've said, I like to look at things from a monthly point of view. It kind of gives me an overview of where we are going, and how we are expecting price to behave in the new month. Okay, right. So what I've seen here basically is I'm looking at the trend. The trend is still, we are in a downward trend, but I can see what I can consider as a trend change. Okay, please bear in mind this is the last low. Okay, and now we have a little bit of a higher low, and what you can see is the way price move up. Okay, and then price move down again, price move up and moves down again. So what we are seeing is more or less like price moves in waves. All right, price moves in waves. Now I'm gonna need to and just before I put back all the drawings on, I want to show you one thing that's important as well, which is a candlestick signal. All right, so at this particular area of the chart, last month is kind of an indecisive month for dollar last month. Yeah, and we can see that based on this doji that we see over here. Okay, and when you're seeing a doji like this, it's just a warning over here that it's no need to jump into anything. Just be careful. If you are not already in this market from this bottom here, you have to wait to see how price is going to react at the high of the doji area. And when you look at that, it kind of corresponds to quite a lot of support and resistance. Okay, and those are areas whereby when price hits, any little thing can just make price start to come down again. All right, and that's what I saw on last month. And this month, we're going to be exercising caution. Everything looks like it's going up, but we are at a very critical area of a major support that is literally turning into resistance for us. But the only thing that's positive about this is when I measure the wave. Okay, so like I said, price moves in waves, and these are earlier technical analysis. All right, so when we want to measure where price is currently and where price is going, we tend to look at the kind of waves that we are in currently. So if you look at it, the moves from this bottom to this high is considered 0 to 1. Okay, so areas like this, and this 0 to 1, we are looking at the five wave pattern. All right, so this 0 to 1 now will give us a correction, which is what we've seen here. All right, so market has corrected to from 1 to 2. Okay, we're still going to 5, bear that in mind. So now we are at 2, and then we'll see what is called a 2 to 3 waves formation, and this is our current length of 2 to 3 waves formation. And the next thing that we are seeing is another retracement. Okay, correction. All right, and what I want you to notice this. Now I'm going to put on my my drawing that I hide. So basically the line that I drew was this 0 to 1. Okay, and then if I label it for it to be clear, Elliott waves is a technical analysis that has been around for some time, and that is just what majority of traders used to keep themselves on the right side of the market. So this is one, and then this one, let's just stick it on top of here, and then we say we have two down here. All right, and then we're gonna have a length of 2 to 3. Okay, so these are 2 to 3 on a bigger time frame. All right, and then we have a 3 to 4 leg. So a 3 to 4 leg kind of be hanging there, and then we now have a 4 to 5 leg. Okay, we have a 4 to 5 leg, and the 5 leg, I'm literally looking for it to be around somewhere above 100 or so. So basically, when this gentleman break out, quite a lot of people are looking for dollars to go to 122 area. I'll just take a line today. That doesn't mean that will happen in one day. Yeah, that may take ages, couple of months to happen. Depends on how the monetary policy five. Yeah, and it's going to be a long wave, and we are targeting wave 5 to be at around 122 area. The next thing that I can see is price loves what we call relationship. Okay, what happens previously might repeat itself. So when you look from here, and this is how you just build a backbone to your trading. That move from up here to down there, kind of clone. So this is some boring stuff about trading. You can see that that measured move kind of repeats itself over here. Okay, and when we see this move, the next thing that we saw is market moves quite a lot. All right. Okay, so now we are basing our reasoning based on what market loves. When markets moves down like that, that amount of pip, let's check how much that is. That's about 15.4. Markets usually get tired, yeah, and then create another direction. So let's look at it. This is about 16 from 15.4. Yeah, around 15 something, almost exact. Okay, when you have price relationship of A to B, C to D like that, it's telling you a big story, yeah? And what you want to do is you want to look at what happened after that relationship, after that A to B and C to D relationship is we have a move that goes all the way up like that. So already, quite a lot of people are praising on themselves for that move that we're going to see in dollar, okay? But just before that can happen, the new week have to prove to us that that is literally what is going to happen. Okay, so we're not going to jump into any trade blindly without looking at whether the dollar index has closed above 95.65. Once we have it close above that area, we know fully well that we are good to go, and dollar is going to become very bullish, start to move up gradually, and then it will be aiming for that particular wave 5 that we are looking into, which is likely going to come in at around 100 to 122 area. All right, so what I've got here, my blue lines as usual is my monthly, okay, and my weekly is going to be the magenta. So dollar is behaving. Look at what we have here. We are literally in a zone of consolidation, okay? And when we have consolidation like that, this zone, when we have consolidation like that, the next thing that we're going to be anticipating is when is price actually going to break out of that zone. And that's what we are waiting for. That's the reason why I said the best trade in dollar would be when price close above 95.65, okay? Go long, trade idea at 95.65, and this is what you will see across the board. The moment dollar managed to break above that 95.65 and 95.65, we are looking for a bullish, at least what I can do, close above then after we get that close above 95.65, if that 4-hour candle closed above 95.65, it's an indication for us to start to go up. But one thing that usually tends to happen is we may have a fake breakout. So we're going to have to be watching that. Sometimes price might break areas like this and price retrace back down first of all before it starts to move up higher. And these are the kind of mentalities that professional traders will be building into their idea that, okay, the speculators will try to push up the price higher, right? Sometimes the price will remain unsustainable because there's a lot of supplies of dollars above there, and then the supply will outweigh the demand, which is going to make price goes up, and then price is going to flush down a little bit. All right, so the dollar critical area is 95.65. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to briefly look into other charts as well. All right, so one thing I want you to bear in mind is there's no one way of looking into the market. We tend to look into the market according to what price is giving us. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to look into is the USD Japanese yen. Right, so this is the USD Japanese yen going into the new week, and I want to be quick with my analysis going forward so that we can get a little bit of rest. It's getting late, and the dollar yen is literally on the monthly chart. This is where we are. So if I want to see the likely possibility that we might encounter in the dollar going forward, I'll look into the kind of waves that it has built up over time as well. Okay, this particular currency shows me as well that trend is down. Wait a second. Trend is down. And with a downtrend, we are expecting further decline in price. So what we're going to look at is where are we on monthly? Okay. Where are we on monthly? So when you look at the dollar yen like this and you look at where we are on monthly, what you're going to be seeing is a clear view of where this might likely go and where it might likely stall. All right. So we've seen that when we are this low, we can call this 0 to 1. And what is Elliott waves? Elliott waves is a technical analysis that is based on the price reaction or price behavior or price cycle or what price tends to do. So this will be 0 to 1, 1 to 2, and this is 2 to 3. I can literally say this is 2 to 3. And then we have 3 to 4. And we have 4 to 5. So we've got a completion of a bull run over there. Okay. So even if we are seeing bullish dollar yen, now is the time for us to know that we are in a corrective phase. So price is going that way. You can literally look at a place like here So we have A to B, and B to C. And after B to C, what we end up seeing is a move up in price. Okay, so what I can see over here is another pattern that I can refer to as a bullish flag. Okay, you can see that clearly on this monthly chart. The dollar yen looks like a flag. This looks like the flag O, yeah, and then this looks like the actual flag cutting itself. So price is literally touching this top part, retracing all the way back down, going up, retracing, and in a bullish flag formation, all we are expecting is a breakout. So we are not supposed to trade dollar yen for a longer term position, more than all the short term. Give me a second. We can only take a short term opportunity in the dollar yen. The dollar yen is showing me that you can literally make 500 pips currently on this particular formation that I'm seeing. Some charts might be ready for that, but dollar yen is not ready until we actually encounter that breakout. Yeah, and I'm anticipating that the breakout should be to the top part of the charts, but that is just an anticipation. The chart can literally break out to two parts. Okay, so we have 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes we look for 5. For at least minimum of 2 touches. 1 touch there, 1 touch there, another touch here, another touch here, and we might see a breakout of this particular area. If we're going to be encountering any breakout, let's look at what the last month's candle looks like. Okay, so the last month candle is ending up in this bullish flag criteria. It ended up positively. Okay, so until we break out from here, we cannot see a huge significant move. The maximum we'll be seeing in the dollar yen for now is a move from here to here, which is 53 pips up and ups and down. When we have a breakdown, we'll be going towards seeing quite a lot. We'll be seeing, 1 second. So the breakout of here will expose a very huge move to the upside for us. Okay, and then we can have a breakdown to the downside as well. So last month closed positively. This month we've been retracing quite a lot. The dollar is kind of losing a little bit of strength against the yen. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I look at that beauty. Right, I'm not ready for you now. I need to delete or remove this. Okay, so I'll click remove. To find our levels that we're going to be looking into critically. Yeah, we have a monthly level over there, which is a monthly high. What do we have? Where is my... Alright, so I'll change the color of this. So that high over there, and as you can see, currently we are trading below it, which is negative. We are below 3 months high. 2 months high still remain intact. We haven't come below it. The next particular price points. So we'll be looking at 110.94. Excuse me, closely. 110.94 area. It's our next important area on the dollar yen. So, but before we get there, now we look into what the weekly chart is saying. One thing I want you to appreciate is this. We are looking at this alternate wave from here. Sorry. That was in dollar index. Let me size of this wave. Yeah. Yeah, that was in dollar index. Definitely in dollar index. Right. So I will look into this on a weekly basis as well. Now that I'm done with the monthly, I know for anything to really move, we want to see a quick, a sincere break above it, or we're going to be trading. And this is when trading become fun, because you can start to trade from this area down to here and sell and buy again from here. Yeah, you buy again from here and sell at the top. You sell again from here and then buy at the bottom. You can see price has set out that channel, and that is the kind of channel that it's currently following on a longer term monthly chart. But we are still anticipating a break. Just before we go to weekly, let me put a quick horizontal line above previous month's high. It's a that again. Good. Right. Price stock in this range on a weekly basis, because this is why you're gonna have to appreciate a top-down approach, because it kind of saves you from going into all those bad trade and anticipating to make to see a huge potential moves. Yeah, but now that we're in a channel, we will be following the way this channel behave until we break out of it. So on a weekly chart, sorry, so that wasn't a weekly line. Let me look at it again. So this is a monthly chart. Moving for the weekly chart to open up itself. For one reason or the other, change into right. So this is my weekly chart, and as you can see, our price has been going in this particular channel. Okay, so whatever the chart presents to us is what is going to give us the kind of technical analysis that we're going to do on the charts. There's no one particular set method that you can use, and there's no one particular set method that you can't use. Looking at forecasts like this gives you an insight into what can possibly happen in the new week. Okay, so when I look at this, I'll try and look at the yen index as well to see particular areas that can boost our entry. So price has touched this particular channel resistance, price retrace, and price is shooting back up. Okay, so last week, this is a kind of close that we have. It's negative, okay, because we close into 3 months high area. Yeah, so the way that we're going to be approaching this on this week is to look for areas of highs and lows on the weekly charts. Well done again for just putting yourself there. My last week high is that. I want to change the color of this gentle guy to something nice. Let's say format, and I'm going to change the color to my usual prosperity color. And then I like to put another one closer to where price is. And then put another one not far away from where price is. Okay. And then I'll look a little bit towards the downside as well. Looking at the last 4 weeks, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll look into the high of this as well. Okay. I'm building a case for the for the dollar yen. And I'll look into that. Okay, so I know where we are currently. Okay, and I know if we start to go down from here, it's negative. If we remain up and can literally close above there, I'll show you. Let's look into daily. Oh, let me quickly show you this again. In the weekly chart. Weekly charts. You know why the weekly chart is difficult to pop up. Right. So what do we have? So when you're looking at a chart, you're going to be looking at that move up, yeah, and then you're looking at that particular rejection from that area, okay, and then that rejection should follow through and have more push down. But unfortunately, we didn't get that. We kind of find a candle that's pushing back up. Okay, so what we want to notice after we've put our horizontal high and low just for future thought, any price when the market opens and we open and we start to move up above this area, yeah, that is positive. If we can have a close of either a 1 hour candle above here, we will know positively, we're confident that this one to go up. But if we have a close below this area of 111.39 and then 111.38 area, which currently we are closing below them, yeah, and it's negative, then we know that this thing literally want to go and test further down. Okay, so for now we are staying above the 111.13 that is holding the price, and then we're going to be looking into how price developed on a daily basis. So when you look at the chart on daily, you can see that price has literally do what I want to see where we are on the wave on weekly, because there's a power to the way the market exhibits or moves in wave. Change interval 1 week, enter. Okay, so the monthly we do its own wave too, and the weekly we do its own wave too. Let me a second. Either way, we are anticipating a breakup. So for the weekly wave, there's nothing spectacular coming up. Okay, more than that bullish flag scenario that we have. Let's look at daily. All right, so we have this particular move up in a channel. All right, and let's measure the move. It's by 845 pips. Okay, 845 pips is the kind of move we have from this bottom all the way up here. All right, and that is where the price is trapped currently. We've not been able to move above it. And the next thing that I wanted to do is I want to do the Elliott wave around this area, which is going to be from 0 to 1 and 1 to 2. Do this in a big range, but you tend to have all this movement going on in the range as well. Okay, so we have 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, right? And this is becoming interesting. And 4 to 5, all right? And after that 4 to 5, we are expecting price to retrace. Okay, so come down. We are definitely expecting price to retrace. So this would be like our, this is going to be our corrective wave. Yeah, and when you have correction like that, you're looking for price to do anything like this. So 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. Okay, all right. So after this, you can see we're having something that looks like harmonics. That's why I kind of like to do Elliott wave analysis as well. So X to A to B, B to C, and C to, we don't know where that D is going to be. All right. Let's look for something nice. Right, so probably our D area can be anywhere. We don't know where it's going to be for now, but yeah, according to my projection, we can see our D area anywhere. So we're having an harmonic pattern kind of developing, which is good. And with this, we can see clearly that we don't literally want to start to buy the dollar yen until price has moved down a little bit. Yeah, the breakout that we are expecting out of this bullish flag is still intact. Yeah, out of this flag is still intact. This is it now on weekly. Yeah. And that is still intact after this correction. We expect that move up. So, and we can be looking for a thing like the same move that we have here on this flagpole. If we decide to clone that, we can be looking for the breakout to go as far as that particular area, 128 area. when we actually have the breakout. Okay, so what we are looking for right now is where price is likely going to turn and start to go back up. All right, that's what we are looking for in dollar yen, and the areas where we're going to be looking for that I've already presented themselves. Yeah, so what we want to do is we literally want price to move down and move down a little bit more, yeah, probably to this area of support before we actually see price going back up. Okay, so for the dollar yen, we are not anticipating immediate break. It doesn't look like it, so there's no need for us to be a full-time buyer of dollar yen based on this. That we have price still wants to come down a little bit, we give it room to come down, and suddenly we pick up and start shooting up higher. The other thing that I may want to look at to consolidate my thoughts is what is called the Japanese yen index chart. Okay, so we know what the dollar chart is saying, that the dollar chart looks like it's going to go up. Yeah, we are currently sitting at a resistant area, and obviously at the break of that, we anticipate more strength for dollar, and dollar yen might end up. So when this is what will tend to happen. Bear me a second. So when, say for example, what do we have? Let's say this is dollar yen. When dollar, right. What am I saying? I won't get there. I'll see it do that anyway. The chart is just messing me about. All right, so this is, I want to open the dollar yen, the dollar index again. Interval crosshair. I'll just put crosshair. That's everything. So when we have this particular breakout above here, we will be anticipating above the 95.65. We will be anticipating something to be happening in the dollar yen as well. So we would be thinking the dollar yen should have reached an area whereby it has moved down a little bit and want to break out. Let me say this is daily. So currently we are in that particular retracement or correction, yeah, and price is still correcting. It hasn't correct in full, so we cannot expect a huge significant move up until dollar starts to break above that significant area. That's when we will be seeing price pushing up back again in dollar yen, provided the dollar is stronger than the yen. So what I'm trying to look at again is a quick insight into what the Japanese yen index is saying. So with this one, when I look at a wave like this, I look at that 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5. And then what do I see? Price is literally retracing. Okay. And in this case, when price retrace like that, we found this sell-off that comes into play that didn't quite take off that high. I mean, sorry, that low. This is now building a case around the Japanese yen index. So we know that the Japanese yen will remain strong positively if we are above this trend line. Look at the touch over there, touch over there, touch over there, touch over there, touch over there. All right, and that is where we are bouncing off. If we break this going into the new week, we know that the yen has become weak, okay, and the dollar yen is going to rally, even if that is happening around the same time when the dollar index is breaking the 95 not 65 area. We let the dollar yen literally rally. So what you can do is you can be looking at correlation alone, and you can then easily predict where your currency is going. When you see a move above that particular area, which is going to be your reference point that you are looking at, just like the way that we are watching the move above 95.65 for dollar index, then the moment that happens, then you want to look at your chart and see what exactly is happening. So now that you are building a consolidated view of the market, you can easily be able to trade on your own. Not only that, you will be able to build a clear mental picture as to what scenario you are expecting. Once those scenarios are falling in place or they are working out, then they will be working out on your currency pair as well. So imagine if this breaks down, okay? If this literally breaks down, the moment this breaks down, because of the amount of pressure, because of the amount of pressure, the moment this breaks out, we will know that the yen is weak, okay? And when the yen becomes weak on the index level like this, it kind of weak all across the board, okay? Because this is a basket of all yen currencies. So the first thing I'll do is I want to look for an area that is more or less like a structural area on the chart. And I'll pop a horizontal line underneath it, okay? And that will be this area. Right, so that will specifically be that area. And what I'm going to do is I'll change the color on this to blue. I'll make a dotted line for me to just know that it's a structural area. And look at where price is. Price is literally trying to move above that. If we fail moving above that again, then that is negative. And that being negative means the yen is going to be weak. If the yen is going to be weak and dollar becomes strong, we're going to see a break of that particular channel that we are looking at on the dollar yen chart. All right, so please bear with me a second. I just want to grab some water to drink. All right, so I'm back. Sorry for the delay. Okay, so we are looking again into the yen index. This is what's going to make all the pound yen, the dollar yen, the euro yen, whatever decision that this make is what is going to affect all the other basket of all currency. And you're going to be looking at which one is stronger, which one is weaker. And that's where the huge move is going to be. Okay. So basically what I'm trying to teach here is it's a little bit beyond our 20 pips that we will make on daily basis. Sorry, that is good. If we can be catching that consistently, that is good. But these are moves whereby you can catch moves like this, catch a serious trend like that, somewhere from here to there, which is going to be around 348 pips. There we go. 1 moment, please. Hold on a second. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I had a phone call. Yeah. So where you can catch a significant move like that, and that can be a good income, a good retirement. You know, when you are in trades like that, it's beautiful. And more time, now times where we are on this monthly is just showing me that opportunities like that is not yet available, because we are more or less like in a triangular situation. So prices are not going to be moving so much. We can't catch a huge trend currently in the yen until we have a break to the upside or we have a break to the downside. Okay, and that's what we're going to be monitoring for. So all the moves that we're going to be seeing in the yen is just a little bit of a move, not so much of a move. Okay, the other way that I look at charts is this. Say for example, let me quickly show us this one and become more meaningful. Let me say new chart layout. Say for example, we want to look at where we stand on the pound and look at what is going to be moving, or say even we want to look at, I don't know, does anybody have any favorite currency that they like? Is there anyone that has any favorite currency that they like to look at? If you type in your favorite coin, then I'll be able to quickly show you something. While I'm waiting for that, I'll build a case quickly. What I wanted to show you, which is going to be, let's look at all the yen pair, Euro JPY. We'll look at, since we're talking about it, let's do it. GBP JPY. And we look into what's the JPY. Yeah. We look into Swiss JPY. I was going to suggest gold again. Okay. And dollar Swiss. All right. No problems. Since you talk about gold, we look into gold and we look into dollar Swiss. What I wanted to do quickly, I won't take much time on this one since someone has talked about gold and dollar Swiss. When you're looking at dollar Swiss, you have to be looking at the euro dollar as well, because those are correlated pairs that you can make gain for. If one is selling, the other one is literally going to be buying. They work in opposite. So Swiss franc, Japanese yen, New Zealand Japanese yen. I need CAD Japanese yen to New Zealand JPY and CAD JPY. Let me build a little more window. CAD JPY. So we have dollar yen, euro yen. Which one is this one? Where's pound yen? BP yen. We have Canadian yen. Right. So I want to change this one to, I've done Swiss, I've done CAD, I've done pound. Let me see. JPY. We see some other funny JPY. Oh, Bitcoin JPY. Ethereum JPY. Okay. Am I really interested in? Yeah, let me look at Japanese yen futures. Japanese yen futures. I'll look at the continuous this contract in front, current contract, current contract. I'll look at Swiss, I'll look at New Zealand, I'll look at which other one do I want to look at? JPY. I just want to build a quick mental picture of what we can be seeing. Let's say Bitcoin JPY. Oh, sorry. So even if that's Bitcoin JPY, I'll look at the other one that I want to look at is Japanese yen futures. September 2018. Alright, so what I want to show you quickly is this. Yes, I want to squeeze all these charts. Okay. And it will become more meaningful. You will be able to see clearly what is driving what. And where we can have a breakout If a breakout is gonna call. It's behaving its own way. These are all maybe chart, but I want to make them monthly. Alright, so I will say monthly. And I want to sync that on all interval. Alright, so everything is literally on monthly now. Okay, so this might not yet make any meaningful sense to us until we start putting some studies into play. So if I take the first one quickly, yeah, and I look into it and I just put a trend line from high area to a low area, okay, I come here, I put another trend line from here, from the low, I found some torches, and I just leave that. What I'm looking for is, are we gonna break down here or are we gonna break up here? Okay, and all the charts have their own story to tell me. I can quickly picture what is going on in the yen. I'm using all this technique or using the Japanese yen index, but everything is worth looking at, because what this is going to do for you is let you know which pair is likely going to break out first, and whichever one that's going to break out first is the one that's going to make you more money quicker than the others. Okay, we don't make money when the market is actually sleeping, when the market is in equilibrium, or when the market is in balance. No, we make money when something is moving, and what will move, we have to break out of a particular area, or whatever has broken out is what is literally going to move. Okay, so on this one, everything is still stuck in this triangle. The first two is still stuck in there. At the moment you know what is going to break out, you don't have to kill yourself on 1,000,001 trade. You just wait for that one thing to break out. Once that breaks out and you follow it, that is, it's going to be a huge, significant move. Number one. All right, so this one looks like it's coming down here. Stay far away from a pound yen. Look at this gentleman there. The reason why this work is because it's on a higher time frame. Once you have a breakout of that, of a particular area out of a higher time frame, you are laughing. You're gonna look like Oracle, like as if you know that that is gonna happen. However, how long it takes to happen, that's not a problem. It's just catching that move on and knowing, having expectation that that move is coming is the beauty of it. Okay. Okay, yeah. All right. When we do classes like this, they are priceless, because some of the informations that you're going to be getting from classes like this are just inspiring. They kind of open your mind to possibilities. They want you to understand more. They want you to know more. And that's the reason why I always try to start teaching from a very simple technique of using an horizontal line. There are so many more advanced way of looking into chart, but you don't want anything to be too complicated, because if someone don't even know how to draw a horizontal line, however how simple it is, and then you now want to be looking into something big, it's a big problem. You know, we have to put everyone into consideration here while we are learning till we start improving. And when we improve, it will surely show, because people are going to be asking questions that you will know that no, we are trying to learn, and then we are improving the way that we are trying to learn as well. So, and that's the reason why I want to keep coming back, to be able to help quite a lot of people to see all these things first class, the way that it's looked at. All right, when you look at this, this is like the one that I'm talking about. You can see clearly that touch there. You can see the second touch. You can see where the third touch is. Okay, so our breakout is literally happening in the New Zealand yen right now, and it's a big, huge, significant breakout. Okay, and that is where the money is going to be trading this week. You know, you can't. I would like to treat that one, especially that New Zealand yen. It's an opportunity that if I'm not even in this class, I might not pay attention. So we are all students here. We are all learning from one another. As you keep coming, it's helping me to be able to help you, and it's opening up our eyes. So what do I want to see? You see, like this trend line that I put, the reason why they are called trend line is so that they can measure where the trend is, okay? And they particularly work so well on a bigger time frame, okay? So when you have your trend line well line up on a bigger time frame, and you have a break of that bigger time frame, you can have a sustainable move that can be there for months, okay? And that's how I catch things like 3,000 pips in the market. I don't do any other magic, not because the smartest on that or not. If I can do it, you can do it as well. Everything depends on learning, and learning consistently, and understanding. So look at here, that touch there, price hasn't even come closer to breaking down this trend line, okay? That touch there, price hasn't even come closer to breaking any of that trend line. So you leave it, you know, you move, but you still have a long way to go. Bear me a second, another phone call. Hello? Yeah. All right, then, go on. Right, so I might have to round up the class very soon, but what I want to do is give you some entry techniques into what we are seeing that's developing, which is the New Zealand yen, okay? That's the only thing that has broken that trend line, which is this particular pair. Let's quickly do this. The dollar Swiss and the gold, I'll find time to do something about it, hopefully tonight, but because I need to go somewhere, I won't be able to do it for us immediately. So what I'll do now is I'm looking at this, I'm looking into a monthly chart. I can see that we are breaking that monthly. This is gold right here. This is real cool cash right here that you don't even have to struggle, because what I'm seeing, a lot of professional traders that's going to put big money on this are seeing this as well. Okay, this is triangle. Price has broken out that triangle already, whether you like it or not. We have a monthly close. Yeah, look at what we have. Look at this beauty right here. And this is beautiful. We have a monthly close below a monthly trend line. Okay. I'm not sure I follow. I know, Pixie, you don't follow. Let me just keep you quiet. All right. So we have a monthly close below that. Okay. And then we have a retest of that particular trend line. And now look at where price is just outside that trend line. It's completely out of border. Okay, so this price can behave so wildly in any form, right? So I haven't said this is just one thing. The other thing is to look at the power of wave where we have, whether we've completed a wave, whether we have another wave that's going to develop. So I'll look at this. This is a low, okay, and I'll draw that 5 Elliott wave pattern, 0 to 1, 1 to 2, somewhere there, and then we still have 2 to 3. Okay, let's see, this is our 2 to 3, yeah, and look at this beauty right here. We have 3 to lead to 4, okay, and then we have our 4 to 5. And after that 4 to 5, we expect price to brush all the way down, okay, and that's what we're having right now. We're having the A5A. I'll teach the basis of Elliott wave as well. So when I see things like this, what I'm looking for is an extension of this B to C move to give us a D, and that particular D, we can know where it's likely going to be. So what I'll do is I'll pop in a little bit of so that we can have at least target. So delete this. We can have target to where this break of that particular triangle can go or consolidate. So I'll be looking at areas like here, 63 area. Okay, price can dip down to that particular level. Theoretically, hypothetically, I'll be looking at there, and the next place that I'm going to be looking at is let me quickly format this. So coordinates, oh sorry, visibility. Seriously, no, I want to format the fibs. Format, right? So I'll be looking into 161. I'll be looking into this little guy here, and I'll be looking into 127. Where are you? Okay. So those are my areas that I'll be looking into. So these are good areas where price can be a possible target for us. Okay. These are areas where price can go after this break. So rather than looking at what is not going to work or what's not going to move, we already have a particular pair that is very promising right here, and we have more than 679 pips worth of move coming down our way. All right, and if you want to check whether this is a possibility, look at the move up already. We've had close to about 900 and something pips up already. So a possibility of 600 and 700 pips is possible. Okay. All right. So that is making me feel sweet already. So the first thing that I'm going to do again, after all this analysis and having a clearer picture of where we might go, is I want to know how best I can play this. Okay. So by inserting on my horizontal line, I will first of all find our structural area on the chart. Okay, so that makes it high. I like this area here. That's exactly where price is sitting on. Oh wow, isn't this? And this is a low risk, high probability trade. Low risk, high probability trade. Very low risk. You don't need to risk more than 7 pips on this particular trade. Right, another one there. Wow. If I'm not going anywhere tonight, I will be more than happy to do this all through the night till the market opens and take this trade. This trade is worth it taking. What's Bitcoin doing? So we're buying this one earlier. Our price is moving up. Eventually, Bitcoin is shifting direction. We talked about that in the afternoon class that we held today. Right. What I'm gonna do is this particular one. Let me just delete the fibs for now. Right, so it's all about using our brain to make money rather than using our brain and all the technique as something which anyone can learn, you know. Knowing this from the last 12 years is a privilege. Having community of people who literally want to learn this, who literally want to follow this, is a privilege for me to. Thank you for your patience, everybody. But at the end of the day, it's going to be worth a while. I mean, we'll be able to pick trades, and sooner or later you start to laugh and be like, wow, is this how it's done? Look at this. So we break down. Yeah, we shoot back up, break down. Look at those tests and the failing. I love this. This failure right here is superb. Look at the way price shift up. Yeah, and bounce all the way back aggressively. Okay, this is just a no-brainer trade. The risk is just superb as well. Look at this. You know, going into the opening today, you just want to be a seller of New Zealandian. The first targets will be all this area. Price may shift back up a little bit, or you know your direction. Your direction is you just want to be selling this, nothing more. You don't even want to think of buying this, because when this turns down significantly, you want to be on the sell side. That's the only part where you want to be. New Zealandian, the best pair that has broken out is the one that's going to lead the race for others, you know, and it's such a beauty right now, because when you handle this right here, the move that we are anticipating from this, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. We know this already. All right, so what is the daily saying? The rejection on daily, the negativity on weekly, the C to D expectation. Wow, look at that. Look at this drop down. Even daily is negative. We close below previous day. We close below this structure. Everything is just negative about this pair. The first significant pips that you can capture is about 96 pips. Give yourself 80 pips on this one. You know, you have this area here which can be a little shoulder. So have an head and shoulder. If you're not in a rush, let's see. I'm still about 48 pips down. And you can have a no risk trade. All right, so let's look into the entry. I want to give you this trade. I want to give you the entry. I want to give you the stop. Okay. And I'm gonna call it a day. If I'm gonna do anything later on, I will try and send message for anybody that chooses to be awake. If not, when people are sleeping, it's fine. Yeah, but New Zealand yen is a golden nugget tonight. Okay, so our entry. Let's look at our entry. We look at the entry on a smaller time frame. Let me look at what 4 hours is doing. Come on. Okay, so these are the kind of things, the reason why you look into a 4-hour chart. Look at that. That move down, we have that retracement, we have this doji that should command price back up, okay, but price is sitting down so negatively even below the doji. As significant, our reference point is 75.095, yeah, 75.095 is our reference point. And if we have a close above it, we should expect price to go up. In this particular instance, price is showing us categorically that I'm not going no further up. I'm just dropping down. Okay, so the 4 hour is negative as well. Let's look at 1 hour. In the 4 hour is negative, what kind of structure are we on? What kind of 4 hour waves are we on? Okay. Oh, we are coming down. I'm looking for our entry now on 1 hour chart. I'll look for an area of stops. Right. Can you see this drop down? Okay. Can you see this area here? Yeah, that's an first area of stop. If you want to have a big stop, you're looking at 75.53 area for this thing to have a room to move. Okay. So say for example, about 48 pips, okay, but the first stop can be just under. I'll show you 17 pips. You have this area to, yeah, so you have an area of 11 pips currently to where the price is. So say about 11 pips, you have another area of about 17 pips, and you have a huge area of about 45 pips. So all these 3 areas can be an area of stops. Yeah, depends on what you want your target to be. So if you want to capture a huge target, then you're looking at this area. Okay, so the entry is going to be, let's look at what's the daily. This thing is a sell as soon as the market open. I just want to check whether we have a big range day. All right. So the daily is closing like that. Just not bad. 30 minutes. It's not such a big range day. It's a 30-minute chart. So we come down, we literally retrace. So what we are trying to do now is break further down. So entry. First of all, stop. Big stop for huge pips. Equals areas above 75.53, 75, say 53. Okay. So stop for, say, like you want to hold the trade for about a couple of hours. The amount of room that you want to give your trade, and you might end up be lucky that this one that you are holding for a couple of hours can carry on proceeding, will be around 75.17 area. You can add some spread to that, so I'll say 75.17 to 25 area, and stop for capturing little pips. You want to be conservative, very conservative stop will be above 75.095. Yeah, that's a structural point. If price comes back above 75.095, let's say 75.09/12, okay, we do not want to see price back bullishly, yeah, above 75.09. Okay, if we have a bullish move, like look at this bearishness above 75, and you see that the candle is very strong, it's telling us that something has changed. We have to be looking into changing our direction, but we're going to be patient, and I'll be watching this particular position or this particular trade. So entry will be first sell at open. So it can be anything between 75.02. We will be careful because we are nearly psychological area. So sometimes we want to let this play out a little bit. We are near the 7,500 area. Price will be struggling to go down there, or 7,500 area. Price may bounce back or wait for the break of 74.89. Depends on how patient a break of 74.89. Okay, we know our stop and targets. Targets will be 74.56, 74.40. So the way that I'm going to build the targets, let's say TP1 will equal to 74, I'll say 60. TP2 74, I'll say 45. TP3 74, I'll say 12. Okay, and if I have TP4, I will leave that. If I can divide my position into 4, I will leave TP4 to run all the way, okay, down to areas of this particular area where we have our 600 pips. That's where I'm going to leave TP4. All right, so this is the way that I'm going to be looking to trade the New Zealand yen and then I hope you can capture this. I'm gonna pop it into the chat room in case you need to take it, because I need to run any moment from now. Let me see my chat room on YouTube. I will be saying thank you everybody for joining in. I'll try my best to come and do I'll look into the dollar Swiss for you, Cancilero. I don't know what your name is on the group, but if you find me on the group, just give me what do I want to call it? Can you just send me a message, private message, then I'll know that is you. Then I'll be able to see how best I can quickly check levels on dollar Swiss, gold, and then euro going forward. Okay, this is what we're doing today. I want to get that chat room. Let's see. Okay, this is what we're doing today. Oh, Yogi, it's you. All right. This is what we're doing today. Oh, Yogi, it's you. All right. Keep quiet now, mate. All right, so thank you for joining in. I'm going to be calling it evening now. The market has opened, and yeah, if you want to play the dollar Swiss, New Zealand yen, it's time to actually play it. I will be looking to short this gentleman right here. Let me look for it. And I'm going to be, wow, the spread is high. So I'll take it easy. The spread is literally high. I'll wait a little bit, let it spread rectify itself, and then I'm going to trade it after. I want to sell this, and that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, thank you for joining in. I'll see you soon. The spread is about 9 pips. I'm not going to be paying that much spread to the broker. It's too expensive. Okay, so I'm going to stop this now. Yeah, I so much appreciate this. Yeah, thank you. I will send me a message. I'll see how best we can do this. Okay, thanks. Bye. Yeah. What's up?
Oh, I thought you were still doing it.
Yeah, I've just finished.
It's so long.
Yeah, sorry. Can you put this inside for me, please, darling?
But the movie finished as well.
Put this inside. The movie has finished as well.
Yeah.